Top 10 most extraordinarily weird animals on Earth. Earth is like an unfinished, absurd novel, filled with creatures so bizarre they seem born of pure imagination. There's a red-lipped batfish, crawling along the seafloor with a fiery maw that looks plucked from a deep-sea nightmare. The Starnosed Mole weaves a radar 22 pink tendrils far more sensitive than human fingertips, and the naked mole rat, its skin pale and hairless, gnaws through concrete with diamond-hard teeth to build termite-like empires in pitch-black tunnels. These creatures, with their twisted forms, embody extreme survival strategies. Being strange is a flaw, but life's fierce challenge to conquer the harshest environments. Hello, I'm V. Today, let's dive into the 10 most extraordinarily weird animals on the planet. Number 10. Dugong. Gliding through shallow coastal waters, the dugong boasts a sleek, whale-like silhouette, yet its most enchanting trait lies in its maternal devotion. Females cradle their calves in paddle-shaped forelimbs and rise to the surface to nurse, their heads and chests emerging in a scene reminiscent of a mother tenderly holding her baby. Strands of seagrass often drape their bodies, transforming them into fabled mermaids of sailor lore. Beneath this poetic image lies a remarkable survival skill. The dugong snout is tipped with a specialized, bristle-covered pad that churns the seabed like a plow, zeroing in on seagrass roots with surgical precision. This feeding groove carves distinctive furrows into the ocean floor, making dugongs indispensable gardeners of the seagrass meadows they depend on and safeguarding an entire undersea ecosystem. Number 9. Pink fairy armadillo, Chlamyphorus truncatus. No bigger than a human palm, the pink fairy armadillo is the tiniest member of the armadillo family, and arguably the most otherworldly. Its carapace glows in shades of pale rose or soft pink, underlain by a coat of downy white fur. A flattened rump contrasts sharply with its pointed snout, giving it the uncanny look of a walking piece of salmon nidgeri. Yet this delicate creature is an underground dynamo. Its oversized front claws, each nearly 1/6 its body length, can burrow a vertical shaft 20 centimeters deep in under 30 seconds, allowing the armadillo to vanish into sand in the blink of an eye. Once it snaps its shell shut, it resembles nothing more than a smooth pebble scattered across the Argentine dunes it calls home. Its elusive habits, only ever glimpsed twice by locals and still poorly understood by scientists, add to its mystique, cementing its status as the pink fairy of the pampas. Number 8. Glass frog, family central entity. Deep in the rainforests of Central and South America, the glass frog lives up to its name. Its translucent underbelly reveals a living X-ray of beating hearts, writhing intestines, and branching blood vessels. Devoid of skin pigments, even bones and muscles appear ghost-like, sometimes glowing faintly green in certain species. But beauty here is no vanity, it's survival. Tadpoles wield powerful tails to cling to rushing streams, while adult males stage nightly serenades beside running water. Perched on leaves or rocks, they broadcast an entrancing chorus, bird-like whistles, cricket-like trills, and chirps that blend into a nocturnal symphony to lure mates. Their adhesive toe pads allow them to dance through the canopy with acrobatic ease, vanishing among the foliage as mysteriously as they arrived. Number 7. Leafetailed Gecko, genus Euryplatus. Madagascar's forests hide the ultimate masters of invisibility, leaf-tailed geckos. Their tails are sculpted to resemble dead leaves or jagged foliage, while their skin is etched with wrinkles, bumps, and lichen-like patterns that shift in hues from gray-brown to mossy green. Pressed against bark or stone, they vanish entirely. No outline, no shadow to betray them. Even more astonishing is their fringe of skin flaps along the body's edges, which erases the boundary between animal and background, and some species can even change color. Satanic leaf-tailed geckos, for instance, can flash orange, pink, or almost translucent tones. Truly, they are nature's stealth specialists. By day, they cling motionless to tree trunks or hang inverted like dead leaves, breathing as seldom as once per minute, with heartbeats so faint they're nearly invisible to the keenest predators. Should a curious creature brush against them, they remain rigid, maintaining their camouflage to the last. At night, however, they become agile hunters, scaling the canopy on sticky toe pads to snatch crickets, moths, and sometimes unlucky mates, with capture rates soaring as high as 90%. A few species go further, secreting a sticky mucus that lets them affix moss and lichen fragments to their backs. They elevate camouflage into high art. Number 6. Dobintonia Madagascarensis. Also hailing from Madagascar's shadowy woodlands is the a primate so surreal it seems plucked from folklore. Its most striking feature is a wire-thin middle finger, two-thirds the length of its forelimb, articulated like a slender tool. Huge, bat-like ears and wide, orange-rimmed eyes lend an almost spectral gaze, while a bushy, broom-like tail completes its uncanny silhouette, blending rodent, bat, and squirrel in one. The eye's claim to fame is an extraordinary hunting method. It taps tree trunks at up to 8 raps per second, using the echoes to pinpoint wood-boring larvae hidden beneath the bark. Then, gnawing a small hole with its ever-growing incisors, it inserts that spindly finger into the tunnel and hook extracts the grub, an amazing fusion of biological sonar and precise surgical extraction. This technique makes the eye a natural pest controller. Its multi-purpose middle finger even penetrates coconuts, mangoes, and bird eggs to access the coveted flesh or yolk within. Cultural lore only adds to its mystique and peril. Malagasy traditions call the eye a forest ghost. Its eerie, wailing calls at night evoke a crying infant. Its glowing eyes shimmer in the dark, and its sudden leaps appear like apparitions. Many islanders believe the touch from an eye spelled death, leading to widespread killings and public displays of their carcasses to ward off evil. Sadly, this superstition, combined with habitat loss, has decimated populations. Fewer than 1,000 remain, and the eye now ranks as endangered on the IUCN Red List. Number 5. Blobfish, Cyclops marcitus. Far beneath Australia, Tasmania, and New Zealand, between 600 and 1,200 meters below the surface, drifts the blobfish, an otherworldly fish whose body is almost entirely a gelatinous mass. Lacking firm bones or muscles, its flesh is barely denser than seawater, allowing it to hover above the seafloor with minimal effort. Under crushing pressure, it retains a vaguely fish-like shape, but brought to the surface, its flesh sags into the sad, drooping form that won it world's ugliest animal in a 2013 British poll. Yet this melting wax appearance is an ingenious adaptation to the deep. By floating almost motionless and opening its capacious mouth, the blobfish scoops up drifting marine snow and small crustaceans in a low-cost, hover-and-gather feeding strategy. It expends almost no energy while sustaining itself in a realm where every calorie counts. The irony of its infamy speaks to our misunderstandings of deep-sea life. Its grotesque visage is simply the normal, high-pressure morphology we can't witness in its native habitat. Now threatened by deep-sea trawling and habitat disruption, the blobfish's sluggish metabolism, supporting lifespans up to 130 years, and low reproductive rate leave it perilously close to extinction. Number 4. Mexican Axelottle, Ambystoma mexicanum. Known as a six-eyed salamander, or walking fish, the Mexican axolotl is a critically endangered living fossil in the mole salamander family. Its most striking quirk is perpetual juvenility, a flat, broad head, lidless, bead-like eyes, and 3 pairs of feathery pink external gills that drift like ribbons in the water, all set atop a stubby-bodied, paddle-tailed form that seems forever to be wearing a gentle, smiling expression. This neoteny stems from an underactive thyroid gland. Axolotls reach sexual maturity, yet never undergo the usual metamorphosis onto land, choosing instead a fully aquatic life. Beneath their cherubic countenance lies a power that outstrips every other vertebrate. The ability to regenerate bones, muscles, blood vessels, and nerves in a lost limb within just 4 to 8 weeks. No scarring, fully functional, and even regrow parts of their spinal cord, heart tissue, and up to a third of their cerebral cortex. In laboratories, a pulse of thyroid hormone can force them into terrestrial adulthood. Gills and tail fin vanish, lungs develop. But this stun dramatically shortens their lifespan from 10 to 15 years down to less than 5. What makes the axolotl truly fascinating is its dual identity. In the wild, a vanishing water sprite, with fewer than 1,000 individuals clinging to life in Mexico City's dwindling lakes. In research, the unbeatable codebook of regeneration, whose oversized eggs, 30 times larger than human eggs, and transparent embryos have illuminated spinal defect origins, thyroid hormone pathways, and the frontiers of regenerative medicine. Number 3. Redlipped Fatfish, Acocephalus darwini. Off the shores of the Galapagos Islands prowls a deep-sea oddity that fuses fish, crustacean, and cartoon in one surreal package. Its head is broad and flattened. Its lips are flaming scarlet, ringed by a halo of white barbels, like a puckered sausage smeared in neon lipstick. Below, its pectoral and pelvic fins have morphed into stubby, leg-like appendages, enabling it to walk along the ocean floor. A stubby tail adds a finishing touch to its reimagined, flattened alien form. This bizarre anatomy underpins a stealthy ambush strategy, abandoning the usual swim-in chase. The batfish alternates its limb-like fins to pace along the seabed. A modified dorsal spine near its snout dangles a fleshy lure that, when wiggled, mimics small invertebrates. Drawn by its glowing red kiss, unsuspecting prey drift close, then vanish in an instant as the batfish snaps them up. A coating of sticky mucus and a covering of spines help it blend into sandy or rocky substrates, cloaking it until a moment of strike. Part oddity, part evolutionary marvel, the red-lipped batfish's neon lips and gloom of 3 to 120 meters depth may be a product of sexual selection. Though why, exactly, such flamboyant color evolved remains one of the Galapagos' best-kept secrets. Locals call it the walking sausage mouth, and its awkward gait paired with flamboyant pout epitomizes deep-sea absurdist beauty. Number 2. Starnosed Mole, Condylura cristata. In the misty wetlands and mucky woodlands of eastern North America, a tiny mammal wields perhaps the most extraordinary sensory organ on Earth. At its snout's tip sits a ring of 22 fleshy, pink tentacles arrayed like a miniature starburst, each studded with over 25,000 touch receptors, 6 times denser than those on a human fingertip. This surreal star isn't for smelling but for superfine tactile perception, capable of detecting prey as small as half a millimeter. When foraging, the mole star scans 12 separate zones every second, blending vibration sensing and electric field detection to zero in on prey in a mere 0.01 seconds, making it nature's speediest hunter. Beneath the water, it unleashes an even more astonishing trick. By exhaling and inhaling bubbles 10 times each second, it captures scent molecules in a liquid, becoming the first mammal proven to smell underwater. During capture, the star doubles as cutlery, using the shortest tentacle to spear a worm before curling all 22 rays to funnel the meal straight into its mouth. No forepaws required. More than a marvel of oddball design, the Starnosed Mole demonstrates a sensory superhighway. Its tactile cortex and brain is 3 times larger than in other moles, and its tentacle movements outpace human visual perception. Often likened to an extraterrestrial visitor, it plays a vital ecological role, aerating soil and keeping insect populations in check across its marshy dominion. Number 1. Naked mole rat, Heterocephalus glaber. The naked mole rat, native to the arid regions of East Africa, looks like a wrinkled, pink tube with about 40 sensitive whiskers along its sides and bright orange incisors that protrude beyond its closed lips, yet retains its juvenile size, a mere 30 to 50 grams, even into adulthood. Beneath this odd exterior lies a creature of astonishing extremes. Its teeth, reinforced at the nanoscale with iron oxides, bite with pressures rivaling diamond and can chew through concrete as it excavates intricate tunnel networks. Its hairless skin exchanges heat with the surrounding soil, making it the only cold-blooded mammal capable of surviving up to 18 minutes in near-oxygen-free chambers. And within its colonies of up to 300 individuals, a single breeding queen suppresses the fertility of her workers through hormones, organizing them into specialized roles of digging, cleaning, and guarding in a social system more akin to termites and rodents. Even more remarkable, naked mole rats live up to 30 years, 10 times the lifespan of typical mice. Thanks to exceptionally high molecular weight hyaluronic acid that inhibits malignant cell growth, and they show no signs of organ degeneration in old age. Their skin lacks the neuropeptide P that conveys pain, rendering them insensitive to burns or acid. And the queen's hormonal cues delivered via feces modulate worker behavior, forging a chemical bond that sustains their underground empire. This underground zombie rat, with its radical departure from mammalian norms, has become a living laboratory model for unraveling the mysteries of cancer resistance, longevity, and the evolution of complex societies. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe.